And there is a final farewell between Peggy Whitson and Shane Kimbrough, Thomas Pesquet, Oleg Novitsky. The final farewells before the hatch will be closed, and Expedition 50 will begin its final preparations to return to Earth. This is Mission Control Korolyov. Once again, you're looking at the hatchway between the Poisk Module and the Soyuz MS-02 spacecraft. Soyuz commander Sergey Ryzhikov there in the field of view, running through the procedures, wiping down the hatch to make sure there's no foreign object debris that would create any issues with a solid leak check. Once we get to that here a short time from now, we're standing by for the actual closure of the hatch. The crew inside the Soyuz, having said farewell to the 3 remaining crew members on board the station. And the hatch on the Soyuz MS-02 is now closed. The Soyuz was placed on autonomous power about an hour or so ago. All of its systems are reported in excellent shape, and now Oleg Novitsky is in the process of closing the Poisk hatch. Again, 7:45 a.m. Moscow time, 11:45 p.m. Central Time. The Soyuz hatch closed, and now the Poisk module hatch has been closed 1.5 minutes later. So both hatches are now closed, setting the stage for the undocking of the Soyuz from the International Space Station, with the undocking scheduled at 2:57 a.m. Central Time, just a few hours from now. The International Space Station currently flying over southwest China, moving from southwest to northeast, in an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator.
We are ready to reset the status.
Mechanical contact is not illuminated. We have
physical separation confirmed right on time at 2:57 and 30 seconds Central Time. 2:57 and 30 seconds Central Time, 3:57 and 30 seconds Eastern Time. The Soyuz MS-02 backing away from the International Space Station. Expedition 51 now officially underway on board the complex.
Yes. I'm ready to send the command. Copy.
We have selected the command.
About a minute and a half from now, at 3 a.m. Central Time, that will initiate a small opening rate. It's going to be an 8-second burn, about a half a meter per second opening rate. You can see the Soyuz as it slowly backs away from the Poisk Module, the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station.
We see the whole docking interface right now on the monitor. 8 seconds burn.
A good view of the engine firing on the Soyuz vehicle. An 8-second burn. This is the first of 2 separation burns to increase the opening rate by about a half a meter per second.
Good image.
So the Soyuz is on its way. It will take about an orbit and 3/4 for it to reach its separation distance from the International Space Station for the Soyuz deorbit burn, which is a much more substantial firing of the engines. That will be a 4-minute, 38-second retrograde firing, a braking maneuver to slow the Soyuz down by 128 meters per second.
E1 command.
Once again, the Soyuz MS-02 undocked on time at 2:57 and 30 seconds a.m. Central Time this morning, has begun to back away at a consistent rate to a safe distance away from the International Space Station. Next major milestone will be the deorbit burn. That will be a 4-minute, 38-second braking maneuver. The spectacular video of the descent of the Soyuz MS-02 under its main parachute. Flight controllers have relayed up to Oleg Novitsky aboard the International Space Station that everything is going perfectly and that the crew is in excellent condition. The spectacular video you're watching indicative of the proximity of the search and recovery forces to the landing site itself, meaning we're expecting almost a precise bullseye touchdown for the Soyuz MS-02, landing scheduled about 3.5 minutes from now.
Remember to locate your elbows as per instructions. We have 800.
As you can see, a pair of Russian Mi-8 helicopters flying in front of the long-range camera that is tracking the final moments of the flight of the Soyuz MS-02, which was launched atop a Soyuz booster from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan last October 19th. The crew now bracing for touchdown that is coming up within the minute.
We're going to stop talking.
And touchdown is now confirmed. Touchdown confirmed at 6:20 and 35 seconds a.m. Central Time, 7:20 and 35 seconds a.m. Eastern Time. The Soyuz spacecraft has touched down. You saw it all the way down, almost from the start of the parachute deployment. It appears as if the Soyuz was dragged onto its side. We'll confirm that in a moment or two. But again, the Soyuz safely back on Earth. Touchdown confirmed at 6:20 and 35 seconds a.m. Central Time, 5:20 and 35 seconds p.m. at the landing site in Kazakhstan. This is Mission Control Korolyov, television now being received from the landing site in Kazakhstan. Sergey Ryzhikov, the Soyuz commander, first out of the Soyuz descent module. Shane Kimbrough now has also been extracted from the spacecraft, being attended to by NASA personnel. Andrey Borisenko will be out of the spacecraft just a moment or two from now. The extraction occurring about 14 minutes after touchdown. It was a bullseye touchdown. You see Chris Cassidy, who's the chief of NASA's astronaut office at the Johnson Space Center, kneeling right in front of Kimbrough, talking to him. Sean Fuller, right behind Kimbrough. Fuller is the director of human spaceflight programs in Russia. Touchdown occurring at 6:20 a.m. Central Time, 5:20 p.m. at the landing site in Kazakhstan. Kimbrough, Ryzhikov, and Borisenko completing a journey of 73.2 million miles. And Andrey Borisenko now being carried to his chair to join his crewmates. All of the crew members are now out of the Soyuz spacecraft following a textbook touchdown on the steppe of Kazakhstan just about 17 minutes ago. Both helicopters, one for each crew member, for about a 2-hour flight back to the staging city of Karaganda, where they will bid farewell to one another. Kimbrough boarding a NASA jet bound for Houston, while the two cosmonauts fly back to their training base at Star City, Russia.
We're trying to get him to speak. You want to say anything?